Hey, Thomas from Field Tennis. Today I'm reviewing the Core Swagger RSD device, RSD standing for Reactive Sports Device. It was invented by my good friend Neil Alvarez, who is an expert in biomechanics and also a physical therapist. And Neil has found out when he worked with tennis players and other athletes that they don't activate core the right way and they don't have good core stability, and that is also something that I'm working all the time on the court, especially with adult recreational tennis players. And so he locked himself into a garage for 2 years and came up with this biofeedback device that we wear around the waist like this. I will show you later how it works. So we wear around the waist. It's a biofeedback device that gives us feedback when we activate the core the right way, when we have good core stability. And so in today's video I will be reviewing the Core Swagger device. I will be showing you how it works, how you can apply it, how it's useful for adult recreational tennis players as well as for junior training. So those of you that are coaches of juniors, do stick with me, stick till the end of the video so that you see how this can help you engage the players, better movement, better split steps and better core activation. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not getting paid for this review unless Neil takes me to lunch after this video, but I do get a small commission if you buy through my link in the description. Neil is right now offering a special price only for Field Tennis subscribers at €249 with free shipping worldwide. The original price is $299. So you want to get a special discount price, click through the link in the description and follow the order process. So Neil, how did you come up with this idea for the Core Swagger device?
I noticed that in any sport, technique becomes a problem with the arms and the legs when they're not in sync with the core.
Definitely.
So I decided that building a device that activates the core would help coaches and sports enthusiasts.
Very good idea. And how long did it take you to develop this device? For how many years did you lock yourself in a garage?
Yes, it took me 3 years. Since I'm not an electronics engineer, I'm a biomechanics specialist and a physiotherapist. It took me 3 years. And of course, it would be even more if you didn't participate with the timing of the activation.
Yeah. So are you planning any future upgrades to the Core Swagger device?
Yes, there's actually a version 2 that is on the works, but it will take a while, maybe after 2 years, since I am alone. And with your participation in the future, something is coming up, and it's now with a force generator.
All right, fantastic. Looking forward to it. Thanks
Yes.
a lot, Neil, for all this work.
Thank you.
So here's how you use the Core Swagger device. You have to orient it the right way. There's a sign here that you have to point up, or in other words, the button should be on your right. You just press for 1 second. You will feel the vibration, you will hear it turning on, and then you just attach it. You have an adjustable strap and you should wear it quite low, so like not on your belly but more here lower on your pelvis. And you can also put the strap a bit lower on your butt so that this like really stays low and stays connected to your pelvis. So that's the important thing. You want to double check if it's on. You can do a little split step. You're gonna hear that it's on, it will vibrate and you're gonna feel it. And I'm gonna show you the most common problems, especially at recreational level, because most of you are recreational adult players watching my video. So I'll show you what most commonly is your problem in tennis and how the Core Swagger device can help you. So here's how you turn on the Core Swagger device. You just press in, it vibrates, the button stays in. If I want to test that it's activated, I do a little jump and it activates, I can feel it. And to turn it off, I just press this button again and it comes out, and now it's off. So what are the most common scenarios you can use the Core Swagger device? I'm gonna show you, but first I'm gonna show that my second microphone, and I'm gonna put it here on the belt so you can hear the buzz, the vibration really well. I hope so. You're gonna also see the light. So the first common problem for adults and juniors is that when they hit the ball, so they hit one ball, and after the shot they're just looking and they're not moving. So they're not moving between shots. You see now that I'm moving, the Core Swagger device is activating and rewarding me that that's the right way to do. So if I don't move, so I hit a forehand or a backhand, I hit a forehand and I'm just like this waiting for the next ball, and I hit a forehand and I'm waiting like this for the next ball, then I get no biofeedback, like it's telling me you're not doing the right thing, right? So if I hit a forehand or a backhand later, but I'm just showing you because of the camera angle, and I start moving between points, I can feel the buzz and I can hear the buzz. So it's rewarding me for movement between shots. The second scenario that is of course very common that players don't do well is the split step. So they might even move a little bit between points. They might move a little bit between points, and then for the next shot they don't move, and the core swagger device is detecting you're not active enough in your core, you don't have good stability, you're not dynamic, and it will not buzz, it will not reward you. So when I do a split step, so I hit a ball, and then on the next one I do a split step, it's gonna activate, so I will be rewarded for doing a split step and being very active in my movement. The third scenario that I'm dealing with all the time, and also Neil with whatever sport he's working with the player, is of course the hip pelvis activation. So especially on the forehand side at recreational level, when the shot is not done well, players tend to hit more like this without hip activation, and then that's what we want to correct. So if they don't activate well, now right now it's activating because I hit the ground a bit harder, but if I hit the ball like this without my hip rotation, then I don't get a reward. The core swagger device is telling me, look man, that's not the right way to do it, so you have to be more active here in your pelvis, in your core. And so when I activate more dynamically for the shot, I get good reward, good feedback. It's telling me, yes, that's the right way to do it. Or if I go neutral stance forehand, this one didn't go off. Let's try one more. So this one, it went off. So it's rewarding me for very active pelvis hip movement. You can see that I can just activate it like this here. If I do movements like this, it's rewarding me and telling me where to focus my energy, where to bring my attention to, that I'm not trying to generate all power here, you see, because when I don't move my pelvis, my core, then it's not giving me feedback. So I do like this, basically not doing anything. I activate here from my core. It's rewarding me, and that is the main purpose of the core swagger device. In this short clip, Neil is demonstrating a series of core activation drills using the core swagger device. Now, before starting these drills, we recommend doing a general warm-up to get your body ready for more dynamic movement and to reduce the risk of injury. Begin with a few light steps in place, then transition into split steps. You can do more reps than Neil shows here. His goal is simply to give you a few examples of how to activate your core before play. Next, Neil shuffles side to side, simulating forehand and backhand movements. The key here is maintaining core engagement for balanced and controlled motion. Plant your feet in an open stance and focus on rotating your pelvis. Engage your core. You'll feel the core swagger device activate when you're doing it correctly. Then switch to a more neutral stance and repeat the rotation. Again, use the device as a source of feedback to ensure proper movement. Now Neil performs one-leg hops, both on the forehand and backhand sides. The goal here is balance and a strong sense of stability under your foot. When your form is solid, you'll feel the device buzz, confirming proper core engagement. Do a few short sprints side to side, focusing on posture, staying low and keeping your core tight, especially when decelerating and changing direction. The core swagger will vibrate when you're moving efficiently with good core control. And finally, finish with a few high jumps. Emphasize a powerful push-off. Engage your core during the jump and land with stability. The device will once again give you feedback when your core is doing its job. By the way, Neil and I developed a biomechanics foundations course where Neil walks you through a full progression of drills designed to build efficient movements for all tennis strokes. And if you decide to invest in the core swagger device, you'll receive the biomechanics course completely free as a bonus. It's the perfect companion to the device, and you get most out of both by wearing the core swagger while performing the drills. So in conclusion, I'm very glad that we have experts like Neil who are also innovators and are trying to find a solution to very common problems in the game of tennis and also other sports, especially for adult recreational tennis players and juniors, where we need to constantly remind us coaches that they have to move their feet, to be more active, to do split steps, to engage more of their body. And so this device, from my point of view, is saving my sanity, so I don't have to shout at players all the time to move their feet. But it also gives the player constant feedback when they do the movement, right? So it's a positive feedback device. It's not a negative one, so it will not buzz when you do something wrong. It will buzz, it will reward you when you do something right. So just keep in mind, it cannot teach you correct technique. You can do a wrong forehand like this with any hip rotation, and if it's a very dynamic movement, then it will activate. So it is not advertising itself as a device that is going to fix your technique. It is a core stability and activation device, so it measures the engagement of your pelvis core rotation and core activation. So keep that in mind. So good movement, stability on the ground, activation of the pelvis in all strokes, forehand, backhand, serve, and so on. And it will give you the right feedback. So again, just a quick reminder, you can get it at a special discount price right now for Field Tennis subscribers only. You can pre-order it now for 249 euros. The regular price is 299. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.